All right. So we are doing a short course on UX architecture, and we already completed creating a problem statement and solution for it, and also defining user audience. And now also we did user flow and wireframe and created a beautiful estimate for the whole project for Yama customer application. Today we are going to do so there are two more things we are supposed to do. First is create use AI to create user stories for the whole application. And also, the next thing we will do is we will also create a competitive analysis for this application, Yama application. We'll use Royal Enfield mobile application to do a competitive analysis for this application. All right, so let's get started. So let's say you have this Yamaha, you have calculated all the problem statement, and we want to use AI to create all the user stories are there. So let's do one thing. Let's go to our Word document first, where we created our our problem statement and everything else. So you might not be able to see it. You can just copy everything from your Word file, and you just have to paste it here, and then you have to ask chat gpt or any AI tool to create a better user story for you. We created some simpler user story, but we want to define it to the larger length. So just give me a second. Okay, so I'm copying it and pasting the whole thing here, and I'm going to ask chat gpt. Okay, it created a new page. So let it define it perfectly first, and then we'll go ahead and ask it to create user stories for us. Oh, it's beautiful, man. Okay. Now, can you create user stories for all the pages would be required? All right. So see, we are getting all the user stories for all our pages. So it has created user stories for registration and authentication phase. As a user, I want to register using my Aadhaar phone number or license number so that I can access bike quickly. As a user, I want my bike detail to be fetched automatically from government record. So it is taking the data from the document we have created, and it is giving what should be on the application page. As a user, I want to secure login and manage account detail. Okay, dashboard homepage. As a user, I want to see overview of my bike's health, fuel status, and park location at a glance. As a user, I want to. Okay, so that is there. That we already created in the wireframe. But let's see what is next. Parking management. As a user, I want to see my last park location so that I can find my bike easily. As a user, I want to know how long my bike has been parked. So it is creating a very normal user story. Fuel monitoring. I think so. We have already created all our user story within the Word document itself. So it is more like we are just checking what solution Yamaha will enhance the user. On all right. So what it has done is it has defined all the pages differently what we created within our Word document. And I think we had already concluded everything, so this should be fine. But let's copy this and paste it in our Word file, so we have all these user stories as well. um, Create user. Okay, let's say I want to ask it, create user story for all the other pages. Okay. Now it looks nice. So what we will do is we will collect all these user story and we will put it in our Word document. So we are going to be able to create the wireframe accordingly. So next we could jump on to creating the system design and actual UI mockups. Hey guys, so you saw how to create user story on ChatGPT. Now let's get all those user stories here and let's build few more wireframes. And this will teach you how to work with AI and also uh, uh, before you jump into design, you should have all the research and wireframe and everything ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's bring in our. Just give me a second. I'll bring in our user story. Okay. So we'll maybe build two three more wireframes. Let's say four wireframes completely, and then we can go into competitive analysis. All right. So let's bring in our user story here. Okay, that looks very small. Let's see if I can put it in some text sticky note or some objects. Okay, the font is too big. Let's make them small. 24, maybe little large. So you have all the user stories here. Okay, let's. Okay. The first is registration and authentication. We are not going to do registration and authentication here. Oh, we might need to do it because this is a different type of registration and authentication, not a regular one. So let's do that first. Let's duplicate this. So let's imagine uh, you don't have register. Let's just call it create an account. Let's get one blank one outside. So we would always have uh, this, so we can draw back from here. Okay. And then we should have login. Then let's go back to our design. The dashboard we have covered. Parking, let's cover parking and fuel monitoring. So I think that would be the best to cover. All right. Parking and fuel monitor. Okay. So let's go ahead with registration first. So registration, as we spoke, registration using my Aadhaar phone number or license number so that I can uh, access my bank details quickly. So let's do that. So we might have couple of options here. Okay, let's see. Let's bring this no fill outline. Like what kind of an option you'd want basically. So would you want all these three? So you might have to choose, let's say. So do I want uh, an or option, or do I want an option to like uh, fill any of these three? So show all of it and fill one, or how do I do that? Okay, all right. All right. So since our user story is ready, and we also have couple of screen copied for different designs. So we were at the topic that what should we actually do here? Let's say if we put in Aadhaar card number. So there are two options: phone number or driving license number. Okay, and let's say one button which is a submit button. So what do you think will happen? So my problem here is, why do you need to have three different let's say field boxes? We can have just one field box, and this should be able to recognize whether the user is putting in what kind of a number he is putting in. So I can give a title like uh, put either three of three. Oh, to to start creating your account. I mean, like, if this is really valid application and this has sign up with uh, government, then this should not be a big issue. The user should be able to authenticate from the beginning. So let's say we can highlight this, that what all information has to be there: Aadhaar number, comma phone number or license. License wise, it always wrong. Okay, and we can make it small, so we can put it here. The user may decide that what number he wants to put in, and then this will generate an OTP, and it will fetch in the data from. It can have Google login. Let's say login with sign up with social social media. Let's say social media, and we can give a link below all Ready have an account. Okay. So this could be it. We don't need any more data than this. Okay. So what about login? Login could be almost same. Almost. I can just duplicate this, like, because I don't think it has to be any more different. Or if you already have, for login, you might not need all these three: OTP login, email, or phone. Could do. I can just say create new account. So I don't want the user to always, you know, uh, put in their Aadhaar number, because there could be some legal issues with that. But user can always go ahead and put in, for login, obviously put in his email or phone, or he can log into social media. So it will check it out that if the guy really has uh, an account. Okay. So now, let's say what. So for parking, like, how do you think the parking wireframe should be? So I would say first, either you should have uh, a map, really. Okay, I can just do this. This can be your map. There could be two views, let's say, map view and list view. Okay, that both can be smaller. You could change the views as per your demand. And if you are in a map, let's say if you are in a map and this shows, like, this was parked here, this was parked here, and this was also parked here, it could show a big area. And the last parking you could show, or where it is parked in, let's say, green, and rest everything and we figure out. So as soon as you click on any of these, this should show you the information of, let's say, address. It should also show you duration and date. I feel like there should be a button here, where, okay, I need to have this also on that is parking screen, because that would be your optimal. Should not be involved. Okay. I would like to highlight one option here. We can have report. The user should be able to report if there is something wrong with his bike, or set an alarm or something like that. Okay. Next thing you need in fuel monitor is, I feel like in fuel monitor also you can have a map not the highlighted feature, but you can have a map and a list view of, let's say, nearest nearest fuel station. In case of electric, that could change nearest charging port. Okay. What else? It should also show current. Oh, why is it typing Hindi, man? Current capacity. So let's say I could show it like this, like a meter. So this is my fuel meter, and I could, can something be done? No, nothing can be done here in half. There is no other shapes. More shapes. Let's go to more shapes. There is no half shape here. So we'll just put a line here, and okay, let's see. Okay, color wrap into a new section, but I don't have any other option here which could help me make it like a spiral. Okay, I need to get more familiar with Fig Jam then. As soon as I'm finding a lot more options, this should go. This should show like, um, and we should have an alert here which should indicate that the fuel capacity is about to go down. Okay. So these are the, let's say, five wireframes we might need to start working on the actual UI. So this is how you design your wireframes from the user stories. I already read the user stories. That is why it was easier for me to get started with the design. And that's what you can see. Parking, I want to see park location so I can find my bike, how long the bike was parked. As a user, I want to notify it when my fuel is running low, that I indicated with the pie chart so that I can refuel it. As a user, I want to see visual indicator of fuel levels. So that is going to be there, but I also want to show the user the nearest possible place where uh, he can find his fuel. He can find more fuel. Nearest fuel station. Station. Okay. All right. So this part is done. You have user story and you have couple of wireframes. Let's go into competitive analysis.